Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah, I hope my voice is clear. Okay, just wanted to give a brief introduction for mine as well, that I think this activity of bi-weekly presenting is going on since almost 1.5 years. So maybe there are some new joinees here, but the objective here to learn and share some knowledge in whatever field we can. So whoever are the new joinees, yeah, maybe they can subscribe to the Substack channels, which is available. Maybe in the end of the presentation, we'll try to share that information. So it's one of the platforms, I think Salman and other members who were contributing till now and presenting on different topics. So this is one of the topic which I chose because I'm a little bit familiar with this one, and as we are seeing the technology for almost like 2 decades now, so it would be some helpful for the people who are trying to understand what is AI and how AI is going to impact their own career or life or daily activities. So yeah, it's a very big topic, and there is a lot of technical terms and things like that in that. But we'll try to keep it simple and try to cover some of the topics which might be beneficial for either the people who are in current job roles or also the youngsters who wanted to take up this career in AI. So yeah, to start with, yeah, this is it's one of the hottest topic of discussion currently happening across the communities. It is not only within the families, within the organizations, and within the markets, investments, everywhere you can hear about the term AI. So let us try to touch on few of the points, what actually AI means and how and where are we in terms of AI space and what is future going to be. So let me start with brief introduction about what is AI. So this I know that our participants are from different backgrounds. So maybe some of the terms here, what has been mentioned is not relevant or may not be uh, direct impact in your day-to-day life or careers. But to start with, we have to know a little bit of what is artificial intelligence, because sometimes it's there are so many terms which are there in AI space. I will try to touch on few of the main terms which actually on which the AI is altogether built, the complete AI space is built. So one is artificial intelligence. Okay, yeah, this is something which you can think of a program which can sense, reason, act, and also adapt. So yeah, for now you can just think of this as a simple program which can sense, reason, act, and adapt. Yeah, more like I think AI is trying to mimic what human intelligence is doing. So we'll see in the future slides where are we in terms of mimicking the human intelligence. One of the main pillars you can say is machine learning here. Yeah, machine learning is something which can do self-learning based on the data you provided to it. So yeah, it's also a program you can think, or maybe like it's mainly the algorithms which take up this data, and then that data, based on the data, the machine learning will try to predict what is going to be coming in the future. Deep learning is one of the subset of machine learning. Okay, it's not a different topic altogether. Deep learning is just a subset of machine learning, but it is quite a you can say big achievement in terms of machine learning, where the deep learning is trying to identify the patterns and make decisions based on neural networks. So this is again a new term called a neural network, which yeah, which itself technically is a big subject. But for now, we can just take it as a network which just make some patterns based on some mathematical formulas and try to make some decisions. And then comes on top of it is something called as agentic AI. Yeah, this is something which is more than what deep learning is doing. Here we are just trying to put some more information to the system uh, to to plan, reason, and take some actions autonomously. Yeah, it is something like I will go through some examples. But normally, if you might be using iPhone or some other apps, where you can just ask Siri or some other assistants to go do a book an appointment and then schedule a meeting or draft an email, things like that. So if you want to do some multiple things together, then you need to have multiple agents to do that. You cannot do everything with one agent. So agentic AI is something which brings up multiple agents together. So the real power of AI lies in connecting these models actually. Yeah, you have n number of models in the market now. You have like ChatGPT has got GPT, and then you have like some models are from Meta, and then some models are from Microsoft. And there are like many models in the market, and as per Satya Nadella was the Microsoft CEO, the real power will come when we try to connect all these models together and make some product out of it. So this is briefly about what AI is, but it's altogether a big topic. Maybe there are a number of courses online which I think the people who are of interest can go into deep. Each and every topic in itself is like a master's course in it. So yeah, going back to the history of AI, actually now as maybe some of the younger generation are just listening these words of AI and then the impacts of AI and all those things. But and there is a lot of panic in terms of thinking process of the people that what AI is going to do and how fast it can move things and what impacts it can bring in our daily life. But if we see some history of the AI term itself has been started from 1950s. So you can imagine that how much amount of time it took to where we are today now. So it's more than like 75 years of work. And then there are like multiple there are like I think two winter seasons they call. So then at that during that period there was like no investments and not much talk about the AI, but there was some background work going on during this periods, like 1975 to 82. There was some good amount of work being done, and then we have some uh, the talk in the markets, investments, and the people talking about it, and having more work done in terms of universities and everything. But again, suddenly there was a drop from 1982 to 1990. There was not much talk about it, and the people were not worried about it, or not. There was not much investment about it. There are some reasons why that doesn't happen, and then again it peaked from 1997 when where I think the deep learning uh, algorithms and all those came into perspective, and then we have some Gary Kasparov's world champion chess, and then I think he lost with one of the AI bots. Or so it's a big the overall, if you see it, AI itself has taken its good amount of time to come to a level where we are today now. So uh, even if you go back to our engineering levels, I do had a subject called as AI. So at that time, AI, at the time we don't see that AI what we are seeing today. At the time AI was more like a subject. It was theoretical. There was no practical labs or something where we can go and execute few things and see what AI can do to us. So, but as a subject, we studied it and it was a good subject, interesting subject, but we didn't see what is going to come in 2025 at that time. So whenever, yeah, there are a lot of other subjects like that in engineering, which is now showing some kind of attraction. Like we had discrete mathematics. So AI is all about mathematics now. So at that time, we just see and learn the subject and get some marks, but we didn't know that this mathematics is going to use in some purpose somewhere down the line, and which will create such kind of algorithms which we are using today. So this is all a journey. It's not like a 1 or 2 years activity. It is like a 75 years of work which is behind the things which we are seeing now. And there are some professors, especially in US universities like Stanford, MIT, and other big universities. I think some of the Canadian university also contributed towards deep learning. So these universities have years of work to get into a place where we are now. So it's very consistent amount of work, and then the people who are dedicated and spend a long days, nights, just to do few things which they even didn't know that what is the end result would happen. So many a times we had ups and downs here, but now this time when we are here, so I think this is the place where I think the AI is having the best of the times, you can say. So we have like 250 plus research papers already there on the topic of AI. Billions of dollars are poured into the market. Trillions of tokens and billions of images have been given to the system to train the system, which is used for learning. Uh, I was checking a few of the statistics, and uh, there are like 3 million plus custom GPTs already created in the market. So it's a big number. And if you see in terms of the word AI, and then the amount of work is done in the behind AI, it's quite huge. And currently, the market size says that it is around 800 billion. But recently, whatever AI unicorns combined value is $2.5 trillion. That's very big, and I think every second person is trying to do a unicorn or create some kind of company around AI. So it's a big topic, and it's a very growth-oriented field. You can say there are n number of things which we can do using AI, and yeah, the AI hardware is around approximately $500 billion market cap. So one thing we need to understand that during this journey, there were some challenges which didn't allow the AI to progress the way it is doing now. So one of the important factor was during the 1950s, 80s, and all those things, we didn't even have the internet. So forget about the amount of data. So there are three things which impacted this rise of AI. One is the data itself, and then the hardware, and then the programs. All three are the major components which has impacted this rise of AI. So yeah, and the data is one of the very important factors to do whatever we are talking about AI. So yeah, so these are the three important factors. Now at this current times, we have enough data. We have now, I think NVIDIA and other companies are doing well in terms of providing the hardware, GPUs and things like that. And there are people and algorithms, there are programs who are working around these two concepts. Okay, so let us move on. Yeah, this was an important aspect just to see that how much work has been already done in AI. So yeah, but now let us also see where do we stand. If we see, normally I've taken this slide as it is because it was one of the interesting presentations which was done by Meta one of the Meta VPs in one of the lectures in Stanford. So now this is how he compared how a human learns his, things around him and how the system learns things. Okay, so if we see the picture on the left hand side, and this is like a baby in terms of its growth for about like 14 months. So I think the text is slow, but baby learns during, I think, around like 0 to 1 months. They learn how face tracking, and then there are like object identifying. So they learn object identifying very quickly, around maybe like um, it shows like 2 to 3 months, somewhere here. So this is like alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given our intelligence so much amount of what do you say, learning, that it's very quick to learn things. So if you compare the same amount of learning, if you want to do it through the machine, it takes like billions of images to just to know what type of object you are going to identify, or whether the object is a cat or a dog. These kind of things, it takes like uh, n number, maybe millions of images just to feed to the system to just to know whether it is a cat or a dog. But if we teach that same thing to a child, like maybe like 2 or 3 times, if we teach this is a cat and this is a dog, then he will be able to identify very easily when we show him next time. So there is a big difference what AI is trying to do and what humans can do. So there are some areas where humans are uh, can do best, where AI cannot even reach to that levels. But there are some levels where AI can do much better than humans also. So yeah, for example, like cats and dogs can do amazing things. Normally they compare a lot of things with cats and dogs. I'm not sure why, but still we do have like robots which are still nowhere near to what cats and dogs can do. And if we tell any 10 years old kid to clear up the dinner table and fill up the dishwasher in minutes, he can do just do it. I mean, it's like a zero shot thing for him. But the same thing, if you want to teach to a robots, that still they cannot do it. So, and even if it comes to uh, driving a car, if we teach a 17-year-old for around like 20 hours, he can drive a car. But if we see the same comparison, what Tesla is trying to do it from years of things, it already did 6 million. It has a fleet of 6 million vehicles, which has collectively experienced a data of 100 years worth of driving scenarios. Imagine a car just trying to understand the surroundings for 100 years. Okay, but still we are not near to do something called as self-driving. Okay, we are maybe in near future will be there. But if you compare that to a 17 years old kid who can just take 20 hours to drive the car. So there is obviously we are not yet like near to what human intelligence is there, but there are some scenarios where machines can do much better than human intelligence as well. So it's a long journey. There is still a lot to come. Still, AI will not take over everything what humans are doing. So these are the few of the examples which shows that why humans are more intelligent than whatever machines has been trying to learn. Okay, so these are, let us see, I think for the concept of where we are, just trying to put it in some perspective so that people can understand that exactly what is happening around AI and all those things. I was talking about the multi-agent model. So if you take one of this example on the left-hand side, let's say we do have these problems in our India or anywhere else also, that sometimes people wanted to switch off the lights, switch off the gas, or lock the door and all those things, simple things. but they keep reminding themselves and they wanted to, yeah, this is one of the things which comes on daily basis. So things like this have already been automated. So there are agents which can do climate control in your home. They check the temperatures and then they can adjust the climate of your home automatically. You don't need to go and then keep on changing it. So this kind of agent which is already doing it. It's like an AI agent which is reading from your based on your sensors and all those things and trying to predict what type of temperature is good for your home. And then based on the daylight and all those things, it can also switch on, switch off the lights. Imagine that there are some security cameras in your home, and then these security cameras can detect any type of intrusions or something which is harmful based on some kind of agents which is already been done now. And maybe there are some agents which are managing your entertainment channels, like what time, which channel you can is good for you and which channel is not good for you. So this is all already been there, and it's there in our day-to-day lives now. Some people might be using, some may not be using, but this is already in practice now. And if we see on the right hand side a small video of what Tesla is doing, I've taken this video from the Tesla. So this is again a big achievement if you see what AI is doing. So while driving the car is able to identify that it is raining, the road is wet, and there are vehicles around, and yeah, whatever signs and all those things. So within few microseconds, you can say, not even milliseconds, yeah, maybe milliseconds, it's able to identify everything what is going around it. So this is a big achievement what AI is doing now, and AI has achieved already. So so there is both ways, that some things which AI cannot do and some things which AI is already started doing it. So yeah, this is one of the quotes which I think is good, is that we are just we are at the beginning of new era where AI system can reason, plan, and act, not just predict. Okay, so whatever now in day-to-day life, what we are using is like Chat GPT and all those tools, whatever we are using is more of a sort of like predicting what is going to come next. Still, there are, yeah, maybe using Chat GPT, you can build some different systems, but mostly whatever tools were there, it just used to predict what is going to come next. If you say a cat is a, then it can easily say that it is an animal or mammal or whatever it is. So that's a predictive algorithm, and then that is there since long time. And now at least maybe you can say couple of years. So let's me go back. Next slide. So let us go through some of the things which AI is already into it, because we need to understand where we are in terms of where are we standing now. So almost 95% of the Fortune 500 uses AI. 78% of the retailers adopt AI. 68% manufacturing adoption. 59% transportation adoption. 72% of students aged between 9 to 17 want support with learning AI. This is a big number actually. This is a very good number. So I think almost 72% is like, it's a big chunk where between the age of 19, 17, students are trying to learn AI. So they are somewhere or the other are related to AI. So it is our responsibility as a parents or as a guardian or uh, so we need to give them opportunity to learn about AI, and we need to teach them slowly the concepts of AI and how AI is going to impact their day-to-day life, and what AI can do and what AI cannot do. So both things we need to teach them. So that's a big number, like 72% of students are trying to learn AI. 70% of the Fortune 500 uses Microsoft 360. Yeah, this is also a big number. Copilot is now extensively used in corporate organization. Even we are using Copilot, and there are many people who are using Copilot. Yeah, it has got good advantages. Maybe we can go into a little bit details what Copilot is capable of doing it. Yeah, most of the 60% of leaders would prefer to hire someone with AI skills. This is also very important for the younger generation who wanted to join jobs and are looking for opportunities in the market. They need to understand this very clearly, that the leaders are looking for the people who have AI skills. So yeah, I've seen, means I just wanted to highlight it here. I've seen people adding some words in their resume will not help. They have to have some skills to prove that they can do something in AI. So we will go through what they can do and in the future slides. Uh, yeah, these are the some of the numbers in the right hand side, where we can see that currently 90% of the Chinese organizations now see AI and robotics as key technologies. This is also quite astonishing, because 90% of the Chinese organization, if they see that AI and robotics as key technologies, that means China is mostly supplying its raw materials or whatever products they're building across the globe. So even if we take some amount like 30% of the products which are deployed, which are transported out of China, those 30% is almost using 90% of 90% for those products. The companies which are building those products are using 90% of their work using AI and robotics. So this is quite a big number actually. So China is very, very well ahead than the rest of the world. There's no doubt about it. And Chinese employers mainly, yeah. So what youngsters are doing now is that they are worrying whether the AI will take away their job, or many people think that whether AI will take away their job. But the China doesn't have that concern, even though they should have been in this category of losing jobs. But we never heard that China is losing jobs, or there is a uh, some kind of recession or something. But what China is mostly worried about is the talent shortage and skill gap. They're not worried about removing some people from the organizations, even though they are using 90% of their capacity on AI and robotics. But then they're not even thinking about removing some staff and bringing some other people. They're just worried about just filling those skill gaps, and they still have talent shortage. So this is also a very good positive thing for the people who are looking for jobs in AI, or who are new to the market. Uh, yeah, this may not be actually applicable for India, because India is not yet there in terms of AI and robotics, and India may take good amount of time to come to the level where China is now. Mostly what AI is doing is AI is trying to remove that repetitive task, and which is labor incentive task. But in India, we do have people who are still, I think, working in these levels, whether it is a repetitive task or whether it is a day-to-day task. Still, we are not up to a level where we can see that AI is going to take away these jobs or something like that. Yeah, that may take some years to come. So India may not get impacted that much. Maybe 5 to 10% of impact will be there in terms of AI when it comes to India. Mostly it might create some new jobs like AI engineers, data scientists, prompt engineers, and all those things. These kind of roles are on rise in India. Yeah, what World Economic Forum says is that AI will eventually reshape the labor markets everywhere. Okay, and it is disruptive. Means you will see a lot of disruptions in terms of uh, labor market. So some things which are like routine tasks will anyway will be replaced. And then the more impact will be on high income and high cost economies like US, UK, or maybe some other countries. But India may have a very lesser impact on this then. This is how engineering careers have been impacted by use of AI. So these are a few of the numbers which I've taken just to make you means to understand that which type of roles is getting impacted, how much. So normally entry level roles are definitely getting impacted because those entry level jobs are being easily handled by to uh, either by, if it is a software industry, then it is definitely handled by Copilot and all those type of tools. But other industries also, some kind of roles are already being handled by AI. Like if you think of a secretary who's booking an appointment and calling you and reminding you appointments and all those things, those all jobs are no more needed, and that can be easily handled by some AI tool. And mid-level jobs are still stable because still the organizations need experienced engineers, so they see the demand is still there. Seniors, obviously, they have very good opportunity because they are in a level where they can growth. They can see some growth if they have good knowledge on AI, or they can bring their experience into implementing some AI solutions or across the board. Civil and structural engineering. This is, I think, it is at a high risk. So this mostly will be routine task, will be highly automatable. I'm not, yeah, means if we go into deep detail, maybe civil engineers can see this might be happening. And also in the mechanical engineering space, it's like an argument. That means there will be people who will be driving these AI designs and maintenance. So it's together, AI plus people. It's combined, so it's not like direct impact. Software developers, again, it's a growth oriented opportunity where productivity will come up if you start using the AI. And normally all engineers will have some kind of impact because of AI. Yeah, this is also what NVIDIA CEO Jensen says, that AI won't replace people, but people using AI will replace those who don't. So this is also a very important thing. So we have to learn what is AI, and whether you are in software industry or you're not in software industry, but you should be able to learn AI, because slowly I think there will be a time when people who are non-software engineers will start writing, means at least start dictating the terms to some tool or some AI which will generate the programs for them. So we have to keep learning what is happening around AI. AI is ultimately not reshaping just the software engineering, but it will try to impact anything and everything, whatever is there across the board. Because the ability to process the language, images, and structured data, and automating this routine work, and this will directly have impacts on legal services, insurance, translation, healthcare, and clerical jobs. Okay, let me go. Yeah, I'm not sure, because of time, I will go deep into this topic, but yeah, this is one of the topic which I see in the industry and organization is going to impact the people who are like uh, kind of average engineers category, because mostly what is happening now is that AI is going to first impact this kind of work. The people who are like used to do average work, like try to create some test cases or generate some documentation or running some simulations. This kind of work used to be there, like before it was like a profession for many who were not into programming, or who don't want to go more technical depth. So that was okay in the industry before, and there were roles, jobs who used to do this kind of work, like just do some basic testing or do some create some documents and all those things. But now I think that type of roles will no more be there. So yeah, and and there were some areas where people used to do copy paste coding and then just trying to follow some checklist, these kind of things. Then this will have a lot of pressure now, because yeah, this will not work. You need to have some kind of conceptual understanding of what is happening behind the code. because you cannot just copy paste. I think somewhere I had personal experience also, but this is also says that the average engineer who does this kind of copy pasting and all those things, even if we give them the AI tools, right, it is going to create us more problems than solutions. So this is very important that there should be some concepts behind what you're doing. Uh, Yeah, if we see developers community, then I don't think AI is just taking away the work. It is empowering too. If you see the GitHub Copilot experiment, then it shows that the tasks are taking 55% faster than what is it used to be without using AI. So average engineer, they just need to think themselves as you are competing with a robot colleague that works 24 cross 7. Okay, so if you're a junior engineer and who is having some basic information, you might get tired after 8 hours, but a robot will never get tired and it can work for 24 cross 7. So you should be able to differentiate between yourself and robot and see what more you can do just to get out of that zone of junior engineer or average engineer. So average engineers risk is more to being replaced with the skilled ones who has the knowledge of AI. Yeah, this is another topic which will come into perspective. Yeah, there will be a big gap between the average and top. Okay, so before there used to be like average coder and a great coder. Both used to have work. Only thing the difference would have been like the speed and quality of work. The average coder might take less amount of work, but a great coder might take the great coder might take less amount of work and do good quality of work also. But average coder may take more time and the quality will also be less. But this is going to go down. This will not be there because there won't be any average coders anymore. Um, yeah, then so this is also important that if I'm an hiring manager, I just need to ask myself. So whether I'm going to hire a person who's an average and who has AI, or whether I need someone who can uh, who can produce some good results. So yeah, so this gap of average and top, it is going to keep on increasing unless people start. I think we will go through some of the areas where we can do some improvement in the future slides. Yeah, this is also important. The future of work isn't fewer jobs; it is smarter and reskilled one. There won't be like there won't be a scenario like we have a fewer jobs. The jobs will be there, but it is only for smarter and the reskilled people. Okay, so I think we did understand about some of the areas what is happening around the AI topic. Let us try to see what are the technologies which are declining and what are the technologies which are going up in the space. And this is some of the points are specific to software engineers. Maybe some I'll go to general people also. But for software engineer, there used to be a time where we have rule-based natural language processing. So if we tell, if we have certain rules and if you ask the system to do that, then definitely it used to do like if, for example, if x is greater than 10, then you print this and all those kind of scenarios. But now with respect to this will be declining. There won't be like a rule-based system. There will be systems in the future which can think and then optimize themselves than just following certain amount of rules. Yeah, this I think this change most of the people are seeing now. I'm slowly trying. I'm also observing this. There won't be like keyword only search. And all this time we were living on Google search. So Google search, what it used to do is, if you want to do if I want to search some restaurants in my area which are giving me this kind of food, it used to give me n number of options. Okay, then I have to go through each and every option and then see what is the best and all those things. But going forward, I think AI will give us the best available restaurant based on our own choices, understanding, and everything, keeping all our likes and dislike in perspective. It will try to give us the best results, and that is happening now. That is how the engines are working. They are trying to read our inputs and keeping a history of it, and then trying to work on that history and giving us the results. I've been yeah, I do have experience on this one on multiple topics. So if you start doing search with chat gpt on a certain topic, it keeps your history. It knows exactly what you're searching for and what are you looking for. So you keep on going back to that history, get the information from there, and then based on that history, will try to give you the future results. Then this OCR, I think these are yeah, normal image reading algorithms which used to be there, like if you want to convert from some image to a text and all those things, those type of technologies will not be there anymore, like maybe, but the more advanced technologies will be there where you will do deep learning and all those things using the images and then try to, like, I think, yeah, some of the examples we are seeing in the deep learning is that if you give an image, then the algorithm will tell us what is going to come next. So that kind of products are already in market now. So they are just based on the current image, they are giving you the future image. Maybe sometimes it is accurate, but sometimes it is not accurate, but the work is in that area. The work is no more in the area where we're just trying to convert an image to a text or image to some identification. This is out of this software engineering. This legal assistance and all those things. People used to read our legal documents and try to give us some consensus that what this legal document is saying. Those kind of roles will not be there anymore, because I think AI should be able to do the reading of the legal document and give us the better understanding of what legal document is saying than a legal assistant, whoever we used to go and try to take help from him. This is also a big topic where I think in countries like US and all those things, insurance is a big subject in itself, and the markets run on this one. So there used to be people who used to come and inspect and give you the claims and all those things, that how much if there is a damage in your car or if there is a damage in your house. And there are people who used to come and then they used to tell you how much you can claim and all those things. Those all can be done using the image analysis tools and drones, things like that. So this kind of roles may also not be there in the future. Yeah, so yeah, that was more about declining fields. Now let us look at something which is positive and which are growing fields in AI. I think there is a lot of work that is being done in AI. Yeah, if somebody is really interested to see that what type of work is happening in AI, I think we can read a lot of documents from China and all those places. I think they might have implemented AI in everything and almost uh, all the fields till now. Because if you see there's 95% they need robotics and AI, that means the AI might be in each and every field which they are doing, like agriculture, health sciences, energy, education, or logistic. So in agriculture, I think AI is helping farmers to optimize the planting, irrigation, pest control. Yeah, this is might be there in India also, but I'm not sure how much it is in use. But it's quite easy now to know which plantation you have to do in which times, and what type of pest control you have to use. Based on the images only, you can decide that which pest control you can use. There are small tools which we are using, that if you take an image and tell the app which type of plant is there, it is giving us the plant name and all those things, and what type of care we need to take care. Means we have to put it in sunlight or dark or light. So this type of tools already there in day-to-day use. So even I think for farmers it is helping a lot. Healthcare and life sciences, I think this is again a big topic. I think some doctors or somebody can talk more about it, but AI will definitely going to impact this area, and And this is the area which I think whole of the humanity is looking after, to see that what best can come out of it, because there are still diseases which doesn't have cure. There are some areas still which are expensive, like I think now still the scans and all those things. Those are like a very expensive thing for normal people in India or even in US. But let's say if AI can solve this kind of problems, and we do not need a CT scan and this type of scans, and maybe some kind of app comes up and then which can do the scans at very less cost than what is now, it is going to help humanity. Yeah, then the identification and then treatment, everything will be very fast. I think there is a lot of work going on in this one. Yeah, people will come up with some kind of solutions which can do robotic surgeries and maybe clinical research and a lot other things. In terms of energy, climate controls and all those things, already there, I have seen few of the examples where we have in telecom also, there is a lot of energy which is being used by the towers and switches and all those things. So there is a work already going on. There are algorithms, there are people working around this, how to save this energy when in terms of utilization of the power which is consumed by these towers, switches, and all those things. So that's a, yeah. If I tell that I think that is the area where telecom is deeply working on it. And then there is logistic and supply chain management. I think there is more where people future will be with robots and all those things, and drone deliveries and drone shipments. These kind of things will definitely add value to the supply chain. In terms of education, also we have a very good uh, advantage. Actually, now with AI, uh, I'm not sure what it is, but with AI you can do a lot of things. Maybe AI in the future, AI can understand the child's ability to read and how much amount of information it as a teacher, what a teacher doing to a child, AI can also do the same thing to a child. AI can understand the child requirement and then his mental abilities, and then it can maybe give him proper learning material, okay, which is based on the child's needs. So this kind of things might come in the future, but there is a lot of other things are already there, like adaptive assessments and intelligent tutoring. So there is a good amount of scope of work which is yet to come in terms of education, healthcare. These all are areas that are still just seeing some kind of you can say they are some are at a discovery level, like very beginning, but some may be like intermediate level. But still, there is a long way to go till the time we reach we gain this benefit of whatever AI is providing. This is something again related to the people who are in terms of technology. So this is like the fastest growing, you can say. And I think this is mostly specific to the computer science engineers or the engineers who wanted to take some type of courses in terms of AI, because I've been discussing with a lot of youngsters who wanted to do and learn and see what is the market doing in AI. So I think you can keep a note of these things which are still in demand. This is one thing which is on-device AI. Now currently, whatever AI you see in the chat GPT and other AI tools, this all is, there is a journey here. Whenever you put a request, the request is going to the cloud is generating some output and then giving you the result. Okay, but going forward there, if you can build some applications which can run on device, take the data from the device and give you the output from the device. So this type of technologies are still, uh, what do you say, in development. So youngsters can start working on these areas, how to improve this uh, kind of latency which comes when now I think few of the queries even in ChatGPT are taking around like 4 or 5 minutes, okay, to generate some kind of results which we are asking them. Okay, those all things will be improved. Maybe we'll get the response in milliseconds if the same kind of information is available on the device. Privacy and preserving AI. This is something related to the privacy controls and all those things. So this is one of the areas which we can focus on. Let's say some hospital is trying to generate some kind of medicine or trying to do analysis of the data available in the patient's history. So then there is privacy also. So uh, there will be systems or technologies or things will be around this topic to keep that as a private, because this is one very important aspect, and because hospitals doesn't want to share their private patients data to some other hospitals, or even they wanted to have proper understanding with the patient when they are using their own data. AI in cybersecurity, this is also again one of the hot topics, and this is the topic I think cybersecurity which is being taught in from 11th grade in high schools here. It's a very important topic, and this area is also going to uh, have a high demand when it comes to future of the AI. So there will be definitely, because AI is all about data. We are playing a lot of data, so there will be uh, cyber attacks and things like that. So that can manipulate your data. So there will be demand for such kind of roles where you can detect threats, phishing, and all those things. So this is one area which I think it's important if somebody wants to take up their career in cybersecurity. I think this is going to be in demand. Yeah, this embodied AI. This is something related to robots, which can learn from multiple tasks and then from factories and homes and all those things, and then trying to do the normal whatever day-to-day activity or whatever what is happening in the factories. This is one area which is not going to go anywhere, I think, and definitely future factories are going to use robots. I was seeing, I think I don't want to go in detail, but there are a lot of examples in that area also. AI for chip design. This is again a very important topic. I think the people who are in terms of electrical engineering or computer science or digital side, okay, there is a big industry which is now, I think mostly AI is all dependent on chips. So these chips are not going to be anywhere. Okay, there will be a demand for chips. As AI grows, the chips demand will grow. So there will be always work in terms of optimizing the manufacturing of chips. Okay, I've seen few of the examples where machines are manufacturing the chips. So it's I think we had another session on chips, but yeah, this area is also going to be staying for long. Yeah, I think overall AI will become not just a tool, but you can consider it as your teammate, and that can create, judge, and increase your capabilities. Okay, so we have discussed a lot about what AI is, where we stand in the AI, what AI is doing, what AI cannot do, and all those things. But ultimately, we have to see that where how can we adapt? Where are we, and how can we just take this and move forward? We cannot just hide from it. Neither we can hide from it, nor we can get scared from it. Or so we need to have some kind of path where we should be able to adapt it. So I think these are the basic things. Maybe if somebody has got, I mean, everybody need to go a little bit deeper and then try to understand what are their core strengths, and then try to utilize those type of strengths and then use it in the and try to find the tools which can give them more power, you can say, and then use them. So one thing is accept and adapt. You have to accept it and try to adapt it. So use AI tools whichever possible, which are helping in your day-to-day work. Okay, yeah, and no matter if it also takes some money out of your pockets, pay it, use it, and then try to learn from it. Okay, because not everything will be free. There are some places where you have to pay some kind of subscription fees and all those things, but you need to do that to get an advantage. Okay, so just try to accept whatever is coming in the AI and then see which whatever field maybe you are in, but there will be something which is related to your field. There will be some tool or something. Use it and then try to adapt it in your business or day-to-day activity or work anywhere or studying wherever you're doing whatever you're doing. Yeah, this is also very important. Strengthen your fundamentals. See, AI is I've shown you, right. It is from 1950 till now. It took 75 years, but the fundamentals have never changed. The fundamentals still remain the same. So the same algorithms with some improvements might be there, but the fundamentals of those mathematics and then core programming concepts and how the systems run, these all fundamentals will always remain same no matter what happens. So you have to first strengthen your fundamentals. Okay, and then go back to the basics. You need to understand what is basics in terms of programming or whatever you're doing in whichever field you are there. So there will be a scenarios where AI will do mistakes. Okay, I've not gone into the topic, but AI hallucinates. Okay, if you don't train AI at some areas, it might give you some wrong information. But if you do not have good fundamentals, you will not be able to say that whether AI is doing correct or wrong. So you cannot rely AI 100%. You need to have your own strengths, which can say that what AI is doing is right or wrong. You can specialize in some of the AI tools. Maybe this kind of roles will also come into the future. Whatever AI tools you choose, ChatGPT or Gemini or Perplexity, whatever it is, definitely there will be some kind of roles which will come which will say that you are specialized in so and so tool, then join our company. So you can do this also, pick a domain and then learn and how that is working and its framework and all those things. Yeah, for the for the juniors who are just trying to come into the market and all those things, for them, I think this is the best. I cannot stress more on the point saying that this is the best era we are living in now. Okay, this is the time where you can do wonders. Actually, we as a seniors now we are working in organization. We do not have enough time to explore these topics, to go and do some deep research or build some products around this one. But the students and the youngsters who are looking for jobs, they have time. They can go do a study, take AI help, build some projects, build some portfolio, keep it in your portfolio. This will definitely help you in terms of building your career or in terms of job, or even if you want to start your own company, this is going to help you. So you do not think that AI will take away something or AI is difficult or something. This is the best time we are in now. So when we started jobs, we didn't know how to program, right? So we didn't have enough Google search also to do and find a solution for the problems which we were getting. We didn't have proper colleagues to go and ask them and check how this is working because they even don't have the knowledge about it. So, but now we do not have all those problems. There are tools. There are tools who are giving you. You just give a statement. They are giving you the product. They are giving you the complete project. So this is the best time you can live in. You can build wonderful projects. You can do a lot to the community. You can do a lot of things. So I feel that all youngsters, everyone who is listening here should be motivated with the term AI and the time period which we are in now. This is the time period which we can do wonders. This is the time period which we can actually uh, uh, we can use the hard work done by all 75 years of work. We can just take the fruits of it now if we are really trying to take advantage of what is happening around AI space. Add human edge. Obviously, whenever you learn some AI or any other tools or any programming or whatever it is, there will always be a human edge on top of it. You will always need to have your own ideas, your own communication skills, your own dedication, and then your own problem solving skills. This will go, this will not go anywhere. This will remain now always, whether you have AI, whether you don't have AI. This skills which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to every one of us, we just need to utilize them. Our thinking abilities, our problem solving capabilities. These all are the natural abilities which Allah has already given us. So we just need to utilize them and then keep them always ready to use it wherever it is needed. So this is one of the career path for non-coders. Actually, the people who doesn't want to go into the coding or who are scared of doing coding or who are not in software domain, they can still be part of AI, where they can have some kind of uh, tools or apps which can give them like let's say I'm a project manager or program manager and all those things. I don't want to do the coding, but I can still put my uh, description, and then I can get some kind use AI tools to generate some low code designs, workflows, and all those things. So there are areas where everyone can use AI and then come up with something or the other. And whoever is specialized in their own domains, like mechanical engineers, civil engineers, or electrical engineers, they should start using this. They should start using their own domain knowledge and then interact with the AI and then try to be that bridge. If you do not want to lose your job, then try to stay in that middle space where you will be the bridge between your domain and AI. Okay, this is very important role. I think all the people who are experienced and who are having good domain knowledge, do not stop there. Go use your domain knowledge and then try to understand what AI is doing and be the bridge between the domain and AI. And I think few of the people who are interested in training and all those things, you can just learn some AI tools and all those things and start training people. And this auditing and AI will anyway have its own governance and all those topics, ethics and these kind of things. People who are interested in that area, they can also work in that domain. Yeah, some people who just wanted to have ideas and all those things and want to build some projects, and they can use some tools and then try to use the features to manage their projects. You don't need to, before it used to be like Excel sheets and then some PMP tools and all those things we used to do to manage the projects. But now I think those projects can be easily managed using the AI. And this is also a very important statement which Jensen has told. I'm not sure how or when it is going to happen, but what he says is that the future of programming is human language. So anybody who can just speak in their own language, and then there will be tools who can generate the programs for them. So ultimately, I'm not still we are not yet there. I'm also not thinking that it may replace completely the programmers, but ultimately, instead of we looking for a programmer, everybody will be like a programmer. So that is the kind of situation we might end up in. This is what Jensen, the CEO of NVIDIA, thinks. Yeah, but to some level, we have already achieved that. I think 50-60% we are already doing it now. If we give a text, then the code is getting generated. I've been using this in our organization day-to-day life, and I have few examples where I have not written a single line of code by thinking myself, whereas I can do it, but I have just used the AI tools to write the code for me, and it did it, and it did it to at least like 60-70% level. Yeah, so finally, let us come to the conclusion. Yeah, AI is ubiquitous, so it will cover across industries. So it is universal. It is going to grow. So there is no stopping for it now, at least with the level of uh, amount of work which is already been done, and the the benchmarks which we already reached. So based on that, it is going to grow. So better is to do upskilling, which is very essential for everyone who is there in terms of working community, non-working community, or anything. I think anything and everything, they should try to learn something around the AI. And if the people who are yeah, it says like invest in AI literacy. So you need to have some kind of courses and all those things to learn about AI. Human strength matters. So again, it is going back to our own natural abilities like critical thinking, ethics, communication, creativity. These kind of things will not go away anywhere. So we need to keep improving ourselves, and also ask our children to work on these things, because these are like a common element, whether wherever, whichever field they are in, this will not go anywhere. The most important is the critical thinking. Yeah, this point is very important, that Allah has given the brain which has very good amount of critical thinking. Whether you look the people around you who are literate, who have gone to universities and studied and all those things, but also look at the people who are illiterate, who has not gone to universities and things like that, who have not studied big degrees, but still their critical thinking abilities will not go away. They will still have the critical thinking ability. They still can understand in a problem situation what is the best solution to do. Whether they do the degree or whether they don't do the degree, but the critical thinking abilities will not go anywhere. So that those are the core things which we want to improve. Yeah, choose your path, whether you wanted to be in a coding role, or you wanted to be an engineer, or you wanted to be in your own space, but still try to augment yourself with AI. Okay, don't replace it, and you will also not be replaced. So try to have a kind of relationship with AI. You plus AI will be like 1 plus 1 is equals to 11. So it's that kind of combination. So better to be with AI. So yeah, to end, I think just wanted to say that yeah, just try to choose any one area which you are interested in and start learning from today. So